Hey everybody, Chris Steele here at Steel Frags, and tonight we are reviewing LATTAFA once again. Another hit, HAYAATIM. At least that's how I think you pronounce it. I'm not sure. I had to brush up on my Arabic. But before we get into the review, I would like to give a special thanks to all the subscribers who have been subscribing and all the returning subscribers for coming, interacting, hanging out with me, and making the world a better smelling place. So help me help you make the world a better smelling place. And if this is your first time here at this channel, welcome. And why don't you give me a like, a comment, and a subscription? Show your gratefulness, and I will continue to help you make the world a better smelling place. All right, so this is a very interesting one. Just a few things of note when you get the bottle so that you're not alarmed is that it comes in a pouch like this. It does not come in a box when you get it. I do save all my packaging, well, most of my packaging, unless it's just really, really impractical to keep. I save my packaging though because I like to put my fragrances in them for storage so that they have a longer shelf life. But anyway, enough about that. Let's get into the fragrance. So this is a unisex fragrance, but it does not lean very feminine. And we shall get into the notes now. I will tell you what they are. So in the top, you have grape, pineapple, lime, and in the middle, you have a floral accord. I have to smell this to really understand exactly or to revisit what the floral accord is. And then in the base, you have musk, sandalwood, and caramel. So let's get this on skin so we can experience it again in real time. I have worn this once or twice since I've gotten it. And I have to say, I'm very pleased. It's a very, very nice pickup. And I feel like my bottle needs just a little bit of maceration before it really performs the way it wants to. But what I get right now is it's more, it's what you pay for. It's very good. So, all right. So in the opening, you do get the lime, but the lime is more mixed with the pineapple. So you get a pineapple citrus combo. And it sticks around. It's very fresh. It's very clean. It's very pleasing. Nothing offensive about it. Lime and pineapple, almost like a drink. And then the grape starts to sneak in there. And it's like those really sweet red grapes that you get at the grocery store, or even the purple grapes, which are some of my favorite. I think they're called black grapes, the purple grapes or whatever. But you start to get that. So you get the pineapple, the lime in the opening. The grape starts to sneak in as it sits in on your skin. And then we're going to have to wait a little bit to really catch those florals. What I do remember about this fragrance, though, is rather linear. So it's not a whole lot of recomposition or a lot of changes that you're going to experience when you spray this on. But it does exactly what any cologne or perfume should do. And that is it smells amazing. It smells good. So now we get a bit of floral. So the kind of florals that you get with this, it's a softer white floral, but don't shoot me. Don't click off. It's all good. Don't close your browser. Don't shut down your computer. They are soft white florals, but they are not feminine. They are fresh. They're like a fresh floral kind of smell. If you're not into florals, you might not want this. But this has a fruity floral accord, especially in the opening and definitely in the middle. That does not really change much as the fragrance goes on. Okay, and as it's starting to dry down, it gets a little more musky. There's a bit of sandalwood, and there's some semblance of caramel but I don't. The caramel's not. It's not real caramel heavy. It's not real sweet heavy. It's mainly fruity, florally, musky, with some creamy woods. Okay, so how does this thing perform? Right now, for me, for my bottle, excuse me, for my bottle, this is a fairly good performer. I get about, I would say 5 to 7 hours to be fair, of performance. The sillage is rather light. You're not going to be leaving around trails and trails, but it does give you about a foot of a scent bubble. And the scent bubble is very pleasant. It wafts a little bit. So that means that as you move around throughout the day, you get little sputters of it. It comes back to life. You smell it. It smells good. And yeah, it's a decent performer. It's not beast mode. It's not above average. It's about right there, average performance, which you can't really ask for. Can't ask for more than that. All right. So, occasions. When would you wear something like this? This could be a daily driver. It could be a signature set. It could be something you wear when you want to wear something that is simple. When you want to wear something that you know is going to smell good. It's not going to be offensive. It's not going to be too much. It's not going to be so masculine that you know you're giving people black eyes and blunt force trauma to the head, but nothing that's going to be so feminine that you got guys staring at you and some of them trying to slip you their number, which I mean if that's what you're into, that's cool too. But yeah, it's a good daily driver. It's very versatile. I see this as a 3 season fragrance. You could definitely wear this summer, spring, early fall. Winter, the cold will probably just chew this up, spit it out, and then yeah, that would be the end of it. It just doesn't seem like it has enough body to really be able to stand up to the cold. All right, so yeah, who is this for? I would say this has very much more of uh, a youthful kind of vibe, a youthful kind of aura, because the fruitiness and the florals and the creamy sandalwoods, it just strikes me as like something that's really laid back, but really fun. Somebody who is just enjoying their day. They're not being so serious. They're not trying to really make a point. They just like to smell good. And this is one of those kinds of fragrances. I can smell a little bit of it now as I sit and drink my tea. Uh, it's like when you move it closer to your face, you smell more of the florals, but in the air, you get a little more of that fruit. But the florals are definitely there. And if you really dig in, you start to smell more of the musk in the woods. So I don't know. My bottle is fairly young. Maybe it needs a little time to develop. And I'm pretty sure more of the musk and the sandalwood caramel will start to pop in this because um, pro tip, guys, pro tip. We're making the world a better smelling place. So I'm going to share one of my secrets that I learned on Google. Imagine that. So I learned that during maceration, generally what happens is the top notes they become less prominent. They tone down. They don't they don't go away unless your bottle expires. Um, but they become less sharp. They're much more smoother, and the middle notes become more pronounced, and the base notes become a lot more pronounced when you have a fragrance that is sat for a number of months or even years. It's a process. Um, if you're into this kind of thing, like I am, this hobby of having a large collection, a fairly large collection, to me, a large collection is anything over 20 bottles, because at that point, I mean, just to be fair, you could have you could go your entire life wearing only 4 or 5 fragrances at the most. But I don't have the biggest collection by any standard, but I know that I have way more fragrances than like 80% of the population. So that's a fairly fairly large number of fragrances. But something like this would be great, and it would really uh, check a lot of the boxes. And not only that, but anyway, back to my train of thought. I'm losing my train of thought. Anyway, if you have a larger collection, it kind of gives you freedom to let things really macerate because you can rotate your fragrances. You can go from, okay, this winter time, so I have some summer fragrances. I know I'm not gonna wear these. Boom, you put them in the closet, you put them on a shelf, you don't touch them. Uh, same thing with the winter fragrances. Oh, it's summertime, time to break out the summer fragrances, put the winter fragrances away. They sit. So, don't get so caught up on like, oh my goodness, I gotta wait for it to macerate or whatever. Unless, you really, really, really just need something to smell good. But I mean, there's hundreds of fragrances out there. But if you're willing to wait a little bit, you will be rewarded. And that's what I'm just trying to say. All right. If you guys have survived the ramblings of a madman and you would like to congratulate yourself, now is the time. Now is the time that this video is finally coming to an end at 11 minutes. So I would like to close with this. Thank you guys. Let's make the world a better smelling place. And the way we do that is by commenting, subbing, and ultimately subscribing our hard, unreturnable time to this guy. No, but in all seriousness, thank you guys so much, and you guys have a blessed night. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, as always, peace.